Get to see who else is out here. Get to see how many people are spending 2 days out here instead of one. I think I'm the only person spending 2 days out here. It's not really long enough of a hike for a full backpacking adventure. But anyway. All right, here we are. We are entering the Big Branch Wilderness in the Green Mountain National Forest in Vermont. And we are headed up to Baker Peak, and we're going to check out Griffith Lake. Not sure what order we'll do those in, but the only plan is to see them both either today or tomorrow, and just have a nice, easy, chill 2-day, 1-night outing in October. Sounds kind of rickety. It's nice when they put hand railings in on a trail. You don't see that everywhere. And we're really getting up here now. And I hear something down there. Sounds like some rapids or maybe a waterfall, not sure. I can see at least 3, maybe 4 cascading waterfalls down there. Pretty awesome. Alright, let's keep it going. It just keeps getting better and better the higher we get. Man, I have the worst luck with water crossings. Alright, thanks to this handy stick here that I grabbed, I made it across. And you know, it's really not that difficult, but I had some pretty bad luck with water crossings, so I'm not looking to take any kind of chances. Alright, so here we are at the junction where we have to decide whether to go to Baker Peak first or the lake first. And I'm thinking right now, I want to go to the peak, and then we'll go down to the lake second and look for camping. Well, it is very quiet in the forest primeval, and the trail is looking quite beautiful with all the colors and the leaves and the bright sun shining on the leaves. Well, from what I have read and from looking at the map, I don't think the trail actually goes to the actual Baker Peak. Once we connect up with the Appalachian Trail, then we start heading down to the lake. So I'm not into the whole bushwhacking thing, so I probably will not go to the peak, and that's fine with me. And from what I have read, it's a kind of an obstructed view, so definitely not worth it to me. I'm not into peak bagging, and I'm definitely not into bushwhacking. Lots of interesting colors going on up here. That's the trouble with leaves. They just make it extra slippery. Extra slipperier. Alright, we have reached the junction with the Appalachian Trail, also known as the Long Trail in Vermont. So here's the thing. Man, I really want to just turn right and go to the lake, but then I can't really say that I have been to the peak, can I? But then the trail doesn't really go to the peak, does it? Or does it? I don't think that it does. So, what am I to do? Should I go this way and just keep going until it doesn't go any higher and I'm parallel with the peak? I think I have to do that, right? I have to go that way at least a little bit and then backtrack that away down to the lake. So, came this far, I guess. At least gotta give it a half-hearted attempt, I guess. Gotta give it something. Yeah, this is probably going to be not worthwhile. Probably a waste of time. But I don't feel like I have accomplished anything just only going that far. I feel like I have to at least get to some peak of some kind, even if it's just the trail that's parallel to the peak and not the actual peak. Alright, I'll just go this way for a little bit, and when I get bored I'll just turn around and go back to the lake. I gotta get some kind of satisfaction out of doing this climb. I gotta make it worth it somehow. Oh man. Alright, that was worth it. That's a pretty nice view. Alright, I'm glad I came up here. That is not bad. Alright, well I would say that was worth the short little climb up here. But looks like we're not exactly at the very top, so I'm going to try and go up just a little bit farther, just until it looks like it's, maybe the top or close to the top, then head back down to the lake. Alright, at least they give you some boardwalks every once in a while. Currently heading southbound on the AT, LT, headed towards Griffith Lake. And I sat up on the top of Baker Peak, or as close to the top as I could get. Sat there and had some lunch, a little bit of tuna. Watched a few hikers go by with gigantic backpacks on. I don't know if they were thru hikers or just weekenders like me, but anyway, just heading down the AT to the lake now, and it hasn't really been that interesting feature-wise, but it's just your standard Appalachian Trail through the backwoods and a little bit of mud, which is pretty typical for Vermont. And it's been mostly downhill, but there's been a little bit of uphill. Like right now, I'm going uphill. I'm really not looking to go uphill. I want to go downhill to the lake. Alright. It's not that much further. Alright, so we have reached the junction of Appalachian Trail, Lost Pond Shelter. Oh, I know where. Yeah. Okay, that's like 12 miles in the northbound direction. That's not where I'm trying to go. We have reached the junction of Lake Trail and Appalachian Trail. So Lake Trail would be the way tomorrow that I will go back to the car. Man, that doesn't look very well. It doesn't look very clear. Oh yeah, I guess it's okay. Yeah. So that's the way I'm going tomorrow. All right. So that means we are now approaching Griffith Lake this way. So let's get down there and see what that's all about, and see if there's any good camping down there. All right, getting to the good stuff now. And it's a little after 3 p.m. and man, does it feel late. You know, when you get into like late October, you get those long shadows. The sun never really gets to high noon, and we have long shadows in the morning, long shadows all afternoon, and it always feels like it's very late in the day. It feels like that no matter what time of day it is. Alright, I think I see water over there. And here's some signs. What do these signs say? Welcome to Big Branch Wilderness. You are here. I knew I was here. Somehow I knew that already. And I guess we're leaving the Big Branch Wilderness to go to the lake. Well, that's alright. We'll be back tomorrow. Okay, I thought that was going to be something more than what it was. But the exciting part is that I can see water over there. Let's go check it out. Alrighty. We are 1/4 of a mile from the Griffith Lake tenting area. Alright. That away. Pretty sure. It is like a quarter mile of straight boardwalk the whole way to the tenting area. It's like a long sidewalk. And the first thing we come upon is a bear box. I haven't even seen the tenting area yet. Tenting loop. All right. Boardwalks continue that way. I guess I will wander into the tenting loop. Wash pit. Interesting, okay. It's an upside down wheelbarrow. Well, I just walked all the way around the tenting loop and I'm back out on the main trail right now. And it looks like there are at least 2 numbered spots with tent platforms that I could definitely work with. And I would probably take spot number 7. And basically you just set your hammock up over the platform if there's 2 like trees on either side of the platform. So that's what I'm going to do. Not really sure. I guess that's the AT, I think. Continuing that way. And I haven't even checked out the lake yet, but before I do all that stuff, I think I'm going to go and grab that spot and set up. And then we'll run down and check out the lake after that's done. All right. Well, you can see I'm set up way over there, spot number 7, but I totally missed these other 2 spots. This is spot number 1. So there's a 1 on that tree. And you know, for me it all depends on what trees there are, and I think there aren't really good trees here, but over here there's another spot that I totally missed. Spot number 2. Number 2. Right. And again, for me it really comes down to what trees there are, so I don't think this would have worked better. I got pretty lucky with spot number 7. But spot number 2 just so happens to be the closest one to the privy, ironically. Here's the privy. Alright, let's go check out the lake. Still haven't seen the lake yet. Well, the sun is definitely going down and it's extremely bright, but it looks like here's where you're supposed to eat, and if you're going to have a campfire, this is where you would have it. Pretty nice. Not sure what's up there. Alright, well, I got my tent all set up and I got food ready to cook for dinner, and I checked out the lake a little bit, and I just decided to take a little walk around to see what's around here, and I saw a sign that said Peru Peak Shelter 0.5 miles, so I just decided to take a little walk down the AT southbound past the lake, and I'm about to come up on the Peru Peak Shelter right over here. Pretty awesome looking from here. Let's check it out. I didn't realize there was somebody in there because he was in kind of back inside the shelter a little bit, so it was kind of dark in there and I couldn't see. And I didn't really want to just shove a camera in the guy's face, so I just kind of took some shots from the side. But yeah, if it's too crowded at Griffith Lake, 0.5 miles southbound is the Peru Peak Shelter, which is pretty nice. Tent platforms and a shelter and a nice creek. Good to know. Alright, let's get back to camp. Ooh, starting to get chilly. Gotta get back to camp to get warm. Eat some food. Get in my sleeping bag. And enjoy the moonlight in Vermont. Lots of really cool bridges. All right, back at the lake. And the sun has gone below the mountain. I'm debating with myself whether to make a fire or not. I kind of just want to eat and go to sleep. But it would be kind of nice to have a fire down here. I just don't know if I feel like doing the work of cutting the wood. Oof. Alright, well, it is getting dark out here. It is about 6 o'clock p.m. right now. I did manage to make a mess of this fire ring. I found a downed pine tree, I guess. And I cut it into like 3 pieces, and this is the top of it. I just sort of stuffed it all in there. And then there's some other logs over there that I can throw on once that gets started. So I'm going to give it a try. Who knows, it may not last long, but at least it'll be something to play with. But for right now, I'm going to try and fetch some water and filter it so that I can cook my dinner before it gets too dark to do that. I mean, I do have a headlamp, but I just kind of like to get that done before I start the fire. This is an extremely lazy fire. I didn't even feel like cutting the wood small enough to fit in the fire ring. So I just stuck one end in. But whatever. Alright, having my dinner finally. Mountain House spaghetti and meatballs. Always good. So this way is back to the car, but it's like, that says 2.5 miles. That's probably, I guess that's right. I thought it was like more like 3.5, but whatever. So being that that's such a short hike, I'm gonna hang out here for a minute, wander down this way. I think this is the Griffith Lake Trail, and see if I can get some more views of the lake and see what's down this way. Looks like there's a makeshift campsite here. Looks like it hasn't been used in a while, but this is like a side trail off the main trail. And it's kind of like a, I don't know if it's a forestry road or what, but there's like road signs on the trail. Like as if there were cars driving down here, but it doesn't look like any vehicles have been here for a long time. See, there's a slow sign there. Anyway, how much further should I go up here? Eventually we're going to start getting away from the lake. So what's the point? I might just go up to the top of this hill and turn around. Alright, just looking to see if there's any other views of the lake. There's a little spot right over here. Alrighty. I have left the pond now and heading back towards the trailhead. 2.5 miles. Should be a nice easy hike. All downhill. Here we go, Lake Trail. That's the way I came yesterday, and this is the way I'm going today. Man, I'm starting to wonder if I'm still on the trail. This is looking pretty rough. Nice little stream here. Very nice. Oh boy. This has me a little bit nervous. There we go. That was pretty easy. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, we are back to the junction of the Griffith Lake Trail and the trail that takes us to Baker Peak Trail. Yesterday we went up that way to go to Baker Peak, and we just came from down there, up there, from Griffith Lake. And now we have to cross this sketchy water crossing that I did on the way in. Let's see, how did I do it? Can't remember how I did it. Oh, it's like here, or over there, I think. Pretty sure. Alright, still coming down. Checking out all of the beautiful waterfalls that I saw yesterday. Alright. That was the Big Branch Wilderness. Pretty nice. Not a lot of miles, not a lot of elevation, but some of everything. Nice little climb to a peak with a view. Clocked in some Appalachian Trail miles in Vermont. Camped at a lake and saw some beautiful fall colors. What more could you want from a hike? Pretty nice. I highly recommend it. So, all that's left to do now is get back to the vehicle and get myself some food and some coffee. I forgot to pack coffee, so I just had my oatmeal and packed up and left. So I owe myself a coffee. So, all right. All right, that's all she wrote.